105 young adults are being given assistance to join the Virgin Islands workforce through the government's Youth Apprenticeship Program. The program was launched on March 30th at Maria's by the Sea Hotel. Minister for Education and Culture, Myron Walwyn, said he has seen firsthand young people who are unprepared for the work environment. The minister responsible for youth affairs says young people participate in the development of the society, adding that they need more than basketball tournaments.
To the young persons participating in the program, your government and the private sector have gone out on a limb for you. We have not only invested resources for you to get training, but we have also invested finances to give you a chance to gain experience on the job. I repeat, this opportunity is about experience you'll be getting that will allow you to access further opportunities. If you are into making a few dollars just to hold you over, then this program is not for you. I ask that you give this apprenticeship program your very best effort. Show up to work with a positive attitude and mind ready to put in an honest day's work. Be prepared to bring your youthful enthusiasm, creativity, and sharp minds to add value to your new place of employment. I will be personally checking on all of you, and I do not expect to hear any bad reports from any of our employment partners. Young people, this is an opportunity of a lifetime, and I beg you not to waste it. We want the very best for you, and our entire community will be looking on and cheering you on. I want to say a special thank you to the Premier and the Minister for Finance, who continues to demonstrate that his administration is not just about lip service when it comes to the territory's youth. His administration understands that the young people of the Virgin Islands deserve more than a few basketball tournaments and a few petty contracts. The young people of our islands deserve real opportunities to advance their lives independent of any politician. As you have heard this morning, he has approved funds to allow us to hire an additional 20 young persons through our apprenticeship program. I want you to give the Premier of the Virgin Islands a round of applause.
Stating that the program is another first for the BVI, Premier Dr. Orlando Smith noted the challenges for young people seeking employment without experience and urged the participants to be diligent at work once selected. Dr. Smith says the program will be long-term as he aims for a 100% employment rate in the BVI.
Indeed, when I hear employees turn down young people looking for work because they're lacking in experience, I'm reminded of the well-known conundrum. How will a person get a job having no experience? And how will that person get experience without a job? Well, here we are together, government and the business community working hand in hand to solve that conundrum. Through the apprenticeship program, we expect that youth unemployment will be reduced as more unemployed young people will improve their skills base and find fulfilling and permanent jobs. The program will also help to prepare young men and women for working life, develop positive work habits, and understand the expectations of employers. Furthermore, through mentorship and working with skilled professionals, our young people would in turn develop their leadership abilities. I appeal to you young people participating here today to work hard, go to work early and stay late. Show enthusiasm for whatever you are called on to do and do it to the best of your ability. Leave all the texting, the Facebooking, catching up on the local news, blogging and the like until you get home or until the weekend. Do not be afraid to make suggestions, to ask your supervisors for more work and so on. I'm extremely grateful to the business community for agreeing to partner with the government in this venture. In fact, I'm so excited about this project and its impact on our young people that I'm pleased to announce that this government will finance an additional 20 young people for this program. And by the same token, challenging other employers to come forward to match this contribution, thereby enabling more of our young people to start work. I leave it to the Minister Walwyn to work out the details of the program. You see, ladies and gentlemen, it is only to sustain youth development programs such as this that will continue to chart the map towards a better, more prosperous Virgin Islands for people for generations to come.
The 6-month program is for youth between the ages of 18 to 29 years who are registered at the Youth Employment Services, or YES. The coordinator for the Youth Employment Service, Albert Wheatley, says since the program began in 2012, over 300 young people have been placed in jobs and several homes have been positively impacted.
By September of 2013, we had placed right around 215 young people in jobs. That was September of 2013. In the remainder of that year, October, November, and December, we placed an additional 20 young people that closed out the year. For 2014, we had roughly 153 registrants came through the program, and we were able to place about 85 of those. That brings us to well over 300 young people that have been placed since the beginning of the program. I will say that this program has truly made a big difference in the lives of many of our young people. And I'm excited for them, but I'm also excited for their parents, because that affected a lot of parents, and I think allowed a lot of parents to sleep a little bit easier at night, knowing that their child or children are now working. I work with a wide spectrum of individuals, from young men and women who are just out of high school or who have been to college, who can walk into anyone's job and perform. From that example to a young man without a high school education who had just spent 2 years in jail, and everything in between. It's very interesting, the diversity of the group that come through the program, but our commitment is to help as many as we can.
Minister Walwyn also underscored the role of the private sector in advancing the BVI economy and expressed concerns that some politicians often use public office to tear down privately owned businesses.
Here in the Virgin Islands, we have young and seasoned men and women with ideas that can equally improve the lives of residents of this territory and even those outside of the territory. But to get to that level, we must support the development of a vibrant private sector. All of us must see the value and innovation the private sector brings to our economy and the impact that everyday businesses here have on our lives. Yet there seems to be a growing trend among some politicians to use the platform of representing the people of the Virgin Islands to demonize, as I say, persons in the private sector. The Virgin Islands economy cannot effectively support our needs without our private sector. It is those same private businesses that I, as Minister with the responsibility for youth affairs, have gone to, seeking opportunities for employment for the hundreds of young people without work in this country. The public sector cannot employ everyone, but if the mission of some politicians to tear down members of the private sector succeeds, who will employ those young people seeking their first opportunity to gain employment and their chance to live independent lives?
The 105 participants in the Youth Apprenticeship Program are expected to receive up to $750 per month from government, depending on the level of skills and qualifications, while the employer is expected to match that amount. The Youth VI website was also unveiled at the launch ceremony. That website started as an online job board but has evolved to an online platform for young persons to readily find employment and for the business community to find new talent, in addition to providing a hub for youth-centered activities.